streaming. And let's make sure this shit goes up. Let's pippity pop out the chit chat. Okay. And looks like we're up. Sending it off. Yes. Cool. And damn, I already got a big thing. Skinny Bandit already gave me a muscle. Tight. So let's bring this down, hop in here. Okay. So actually, let me grab my water bottle real quick. Today, I'm prepping some of the templates for simple things like doors and windows, because in February, one of the main focuses is going to be setting up networking stuff for multiplayer. And so when I'm running these tests, I want to just be able to kind of make sure that there is a shared reality, or a shared persistent world condition, world states. And one of the easiest ways to do that is with some bool values, whether or not something is open, whether or not a door is open or closed, or a light is on or off. So I figured a nice way to do that would be to see, I'm trying to figure out a good place to put the chat. I think I'll put chat right here. Or should I, yeah, chat right here is fine. So let's see. First thing I want to do is, let me see. This is Morocco, by the way. There's actually a lot more done, but I haven't imported the right blend file, and I just kind of got eager to like see what Morocco would look like in its current state. But a lot of Morocco is pretty set up. Got the little cafe set up. Kitchen in the back. Kitchen isn't really super fleshed out just yet. Let's see. Let's get this directional light. Let's see. Give me some sunlight, baby. Like this. Are these windows catching shadows? Is that why? Oh, and also I guess the awning is protecting it, huh? Let's see. Catch shadows off. Directional light. Just have some spilling through. There you go. It's kind of funny. I guess the sun would have to be a little lower. Like that. Nice. Anyways, okay, so there's that. Beach is looking chill. Look at that. Beautiful beach view. Got some shit out in the distance from other cities that I should definitely change the draw distance for. Andres, looking good. Thank you. How's it going? I always get all like comfy and cozy when somebody pops into the chat, and I just feel like stretching and like taking a nap. How you doing? How's it going? And thank you. I fixed some things before with these little, the polys under here aren't reading, some Ngani shit that I fixed up, I think, hopefully. I want to make this sign a bit bigger, this Hotel Tangeria, but popping in here, got the little lobby all sorted. Here's the front desk. Front desk is not really super filled out right now. Got to put like paperwork and a little bell and, you know, the guest book and all that kind of stuff. Got the elevator button. You can pop into the elevator. Got each floor, and then, you know, you go up the floor and there's all the, there's that. Okay, you can go up the stairs too. So how did you build this with Pro Builder? Any assets, or just in Unity? No, I didn't use Pro Builder. I don't use Pro Builder. I do everything in Blender. Some of the early stuff in DC was built in Cinema 4D, but then I've since switched to Blender. So everything you're seeing here is built in Blender. All these are actually .blend files, so I can update these things in real time. Often what I'll do is I'll just tab back and forth between here and Blender just to make little touch-ups. But I pretty much build the whole thing first and then bring it in here later. Let's see. Yeah, so here's the second floor. You get some nice views of certain areas. Then if you pop into the elevator, right, and then here it's E. You go up the elevator, and then there's two rooms. There is the corner room. So these still need furniture and stuff. Furniture's coming, but the rooms are all built out. And this is kind of a part of what we're going to be doing today. Is like I want to build templates because I want there to be a template that can control this door and these doors just the same. You know, I don't want to have to program a different door type every time. I want to make a template that I could adjust a few parameters on, you know, like with the orientation of the door, how much it opens, etc. But otherwise, I just want to be able to copy paste templates into prefabs. I think that'll be a pretty powerful way of doing it. So yeah, there's that room, and then there's the other room. These ones are a little bit more basic. They both have little balconies, and they both have these nice big bathrooms. So these bathrooms that'll, of course, also get fleshed out and stuff. And there is three floors of that. So I'm just gonna skip past these. And then the fourth floor, though, is the roof. And then here on the roof, you get a nice little view of this. Get a little view of that. I do wish I have the most recent version, because in the most recent version, there's more buildings all around here. I have facades all set up. This cafe is actually built out, and so are these little sections. And this is all textured and everything. But I'll show you that to you guys next time. Oh, this is done at least, right? I don't know how far I got with this one when I imported it. But yeah, there's this hotel. This is kind of like the older hotel. But you know, there's a lot of rooms in this one. There's four rooms per floor, and there's like 3 floors or 4 floors. So there's a lot of rooms, but they're much smaller. These ones are gonna be pretty quaint. They're cute though. I really like these ones. They're totally based off of the rooms in Munich. But same thing with this one. So the templates I'm going to be doing today, I want to be able to paste it onto this door. I want to be able to build a template for windows as well. So this window, I'm kind of wondering like if I should just make a template if I should make one for windows, if I should make separate templates for windows and doors, or if I should make one template that you could check if it's a door or a window. Because a lot of it's going to have very, very similar logic. Yeah, so gonna be putting some of that on there, and I feel like the template should even go onto like drawers and stuff. Maybe I'll separate them. I shouldn't like try to put too much into one. But yeah, there's like a little drawer right here, you know, like, let me see. Same thing with this one. Oop, shit. Whoa, 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 what the fuck? Oh, because I grabbed the whole, okay, there we go. So yeah, this should be able to slide in and out. And again, I want to templatize it, so I could put it on all of these. And what else? Oh, the curtains too. The curtains are very similar. So this curtain actually should be double-sided and alpha clipping. So you can see there's 2 curtains here. There's this one and this one. And these ones work on like a sort of a scaling thing. So when you want to close the curtains, oops, I keep forgetting I'm not in Blender. So like if you want to close the curtains, it's just a matter of scaling them on one of their axes. All right, so now they're closed. Yeah, and you can just, oop. Like have it a little bit open, you know, and I want to give the player a nice amount of control over like how much the curtains open and close. Okay, so I think that's like the nice quick little overview. I think the best way to do this would be to go to a city that's actually done. Maybe we can start in, should we go to London, Paris, Paris is kind of beat up right now. Moscow, are there any doors in Moscow? Berlin is in a pretty good condition. Maybe we go to Berlin. Let's see. Right, so we could maybe put the template on these doors. Andres says, do you already have the whole game and story written down, or not 100% working on how every location will help you shape the story and gameplay? Well, there isn't necessarily like a story per se. I'm not writing any story. The story of Memories of a Spy is an emergent one. So if you've ever played something like Dwarf Fortress, that's probably like the best example I can come up with. Because in Dwarf Fortress, it's like there isn't necessarily a story that was written for whatever the whole fantasy world of it, and it's more of just it's a procedurally generated story because it's a series of events that then you can't help it because the human mind just looks at like events and assigns meaning to them, and you kind of end up creating your own story. So all I have to do is sort of facilitate the type of decisions and behaviors of NPCs and actions that the players can take, which could then sort of create the illusion of what we call a story. Like Clue? Sorry, I haven't played Dwarf Fortress. Not necessarily. Not Clue. Clue kind of. Clue's probably a decent way to look at it. Yeah, because in Clue it's kind of like, right, it's a procedurally generated thing. It's like you have every game is sort of like a random collection of like so and so did the thing in the room with the thing, right? And then so now your brain kind of puts those. It's kind of like a little Mad Libs version, right? Like in as much as like if you ever play Dungeons and Dragons, like Dwarf Fortress is Tarn Adams's attempt at making Dungeons and Dragons, but if instead of your friend playing the dungeon master, it's the computer, you know? I've been watching all these Playmaker tutorials. Mugglegazigazid says, I've been watching all these Playmaker tutorials, and I'm just worried that when I run out of YouTube tutorials to keep my game interesting, I won't know how to make my own code. Don't even worry about it. What I would say is just keep pressing forward, and don't be afraid to fuck up. Just when you're making your game, if there isn't a tutorial out there, like, in fact, I would say it's not the best habit to go and look at what everybody else is doing, because then just in case you might become reliant on it, and that's only out of seeing what other people have done. Like, I don't do that myself, and I'm sure you also may not do it that way. But like, if you're learning by example, it's good to be using learning by example to kind of teach you all the fundamentals, but you need to hit a point where you, before looking at what everybody else is doing, go, how would I do this? And just dare to come up with the quote unquote wrong answer, because there's just so many ways to do the same things in games. So just I would really just say that is like, try to just do you. Don't trip about doing things quote unquote right. Let your game, like Jean Fabre gives me great advice all the time, over and over again. He said this is like, just build it first. And by the way, this is coming in a tutorial. I have a tutorial in the works right now for Hutong. It's coming to the official Playmaker YouTube channel, but I'm in the middle of producing a video of the manual page from the Playmaker website, best practices. And John has been saying this since forever, and he tells it to me all the time too, is like, just build the thing first and then optimize later. Because a lot of the times it's a very backwards way of thinking if you're trying to plan ahead for all these optimizations, because a lot of the time actually, like, you are optimizing for something that wouldn't have been a problem to begin with. About Scott's course, and by following it now I understand Playmaker enough to do my own variations and then go to YouTube for specific tutorials. 100% recommended. Yeah, see, like, there's a great example of like doing the whole thing to get the fundamentals, and like, and by the way, I'm so glad to hear that. That makes me very, very happy. I love knowing that that's happening, I'll give you, hopefully what I do is I just provide people training wheels long enough for them to take them off and to feel confident to take off the training wheels. Okay, let's actually start building something. So it's there, Kino door frame. Okay, so one thing is, where is this door? Okay, pivot, local. Okay, so the thing about this door already, what I'm noticing is that its origin point is in the center of the door, which sucks because that means I can't just rotate it. So right now, if I rotate it, it rotates like that, and that's not how doors rotate. So instead, what I need to do is let's see, Kino door frame, create empty, and I'll call this door pivot, and I'm gonna put it over here to the side. I think right here is fine. Let me see. Yeah, that's looking good. And then I could take Kino door and now put it in the pivot. So now if I rotate the pivot, the whole door actually goes like that. Okay, that's what we want. So I'm probably gonna have to be going through and doing that to a few of the doors, but also when I'm modeling, I try to make it a habit to model the door so the pivot is naturally at that corner. And then we gotta ban this robot, this Russian robot. Report unwanted spam. Okay. So now with this door pivot there, this is what we want to give the FSM template to. So I'm going to come in here, right click to add FSM, and I'm sure I'm going to be adding very ridiculous door logic later on to accompany all the other ridiculous mechanics of this game, but for now I just need something that'll help me get my networking shit together next month. So first state, I'm gonna have it as just door closed. Actually, what I might do is at this state, set a start state, and we'll have this as an initialization. It's gonna go down to this state, and then this one will be check door, or I could just check orientation. Okay. And then this, because some of these doors are going to be, you know, going left to right. You know, the axes are going to be different from each other. And so what I want to do is have a system that I could just have a little checkbox in there for that'll say which direction it's going in. So check orientation, door closed. So down here is where the actual door open. And I think what I want my logic to be is just between two states. So we'll see in a second. And then in events, I'm gonna create, wow, this is a historic moment right now. Because now with the new project, I have to create a lot of these things from scratch again. I'm going to be importing a lot of logic from my other project, but this is the moment that I'm putting down interact event. Okay, and I'm making that a global event. Oh, forgot. Yes, thank you. And then add transition, interact event. You know what I should do, honestly, though? No, it's fine. Interact event's fine. Okay. Okay, interact event goes this way, and then add transition, it goes back this way. And all I want is, hold on just a second. 1 second. Sorry. Okay, so if it's door closed, so doors should always be closed, right? That's the default state. It goes there by default. And if it's door open, then what we want is a I want to say just a tween rotation. Let's see if we can get away with tween rotation. I have a feeling that'll be fine. I think. Oh, but you know what? So here's a fucking thing, is that one thing I did want to set up was to open the door away from, the door should swing away from whichever the player, away from the player. So they should, interesting. I remember talking about this. Okay. Yeah, what do I want to do here? If you raycast over here, is there a way to check? Because if you do a raycast at it, and if it hits a normal, then you could do something where, or you can even have when the player sends that interact, the door checks where the player is, and then there could be some type of Alternatively, I just put two colliders. Is that like resource intensive though? So would a game have to be super simple to be made in Playmaker, like an RPG system with health bar shops, blah, 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 or would that be a hard C# type game to make? No, you could do everything and everything with Playmaker. Like, if you haven't seen it, go watch my video on Playmaker versus Bolt. I talk a little bit about this, and the example that I like to give is that one thing that Playmaker might not be the best option for is if you were making a chess game. But only for the part where the game has to go through like massive databases of like machine learning, basically. But even then, you could use Playmaker for everything else, because Playmaker is just C#. You know, let me just show you how I actually roll in real life. So what I'll do is I would go kind of like Playmaker, open door away from player. This is how I learn. I literally just search things like this. Followed by I don't think this is. That's not it. Playmaker, rotate object away. Okay. Let's see. And then I would come to ecosystem to see if there's any crazy rotate around. What's this? Around game object. Rotation axis. Whoa. Angle. No. Torque, rotate towards. See, that's interesting. This is kind of, I mean, even though it's a physics one, this is kind of what I'm talking about. Convert direction to rotation. Ah. Direction start, direction end, or direction vector, invert direction, up vector, rotate game object. Convert. Okay, so and then if you go over to preview, let's see. Creates a rotation that looks along a direction. I'm down to try this out. We could do a test with it. Mouse look 2D, set rigid body. Okay, convert direction to rotation. Let's get that. If not, I might just do a simple, just open the door in one direction every time kind of thing. Just because I kind of do want to focus on getting my networking stuff set up. So, instead of tween rotation, what the hell was that thing? Rotate towards? Oh, there's several rotate towards already. What did I just get? What was the thing I just got? Convert direction to rotation. Creates a rotation that looks along a direction. I'm not quite sure I know what that means, but now that I look at this other one, there might be a vanilla action. Rotate towards. Rotates vector 2 direction from current towards target. Not really sure I know what that means. Quaternion rotation? Rotates a rotation from towards to. This is essentially the same as quaternion slurp, but instead of the function will ensure that the angular speed never exceeds the max degrees negative value. Josh Eggert. Oi bro, how's the stream going? How's it going, Josh Eggert? The stream's going good. I'm currently in the middle of I think I might hit up a homie, because I know that he had he was doing something kind of cool with opening doors. So it's like if the player is standing on whatever side the player is standing on, if the player interacts with it, the door will always open away, right? And that's like a super common thing in games. Because it's like if you're standing in front of a door that opens toward you, it'll like push you out of the way, or it just kind of it becomes a very cumbersome, very uncomfortable sort of way of doing it. So yeah. Hobolicious Luke, how's it going? How you guys doing? Josh and Hobolicious Luke, how y'all doing? Rotate towards. I guess we may as well give this a convert direction to rotation. Let's see if this can help us out. So direction start, the direction starting game object. Right, so that would be the door. In initialization, we're gonna throw in a get owner, and I'll call it this door. And then in door open, it'll be this door. And what we need to do is we'll have direction end, new variable, person opening, or character opening door. So that's who it is. And then what does this say? This doesn't have a tooltip. or direction vector. Okay, we're just gonna set that to none. Invert direction, I think so. Yep, perfect. Ooh, I think this might be a good action. Maybe. Up vector, not worrying about it. Result, store the rotation variable. Rotate the game object owner. Okay. So, now what I need to do. Big peace sign. I'm doing fine, man. Making good progress. Oh, right on. Are you still working on the riot simulator? Yeah, everything's going good over here. I'm very curious to see. So I just realized too that in order to do this, what I need is a character with an interact. So I'm gonna get rid of my no clip cam. I'm gonna turn that off, and instead I have this main camera. I'm gonna just call this like temp player. Okay, and then I'm gonna go game object. Align with view. There we go. And then I will zero out these rotations. Okay, so here is the player capsule. And all right, just having them face the door. Do I have another light? What's with this other camera in here? I mean, sorry, camera. I think this one, right? I need to disable that. There we go. Okay. Dope. So now, what do we have in here? I have look, move, and speed. But what I want, and by the way, guys, we're about to put out these tutorials from it. I just took a little weekend break. The tutorials are done, but they're gonna be coming out next week. And if you go to the ecosystem, you go to filter, templates, browse, you could see all these templates. I mean, all these templates, there's 4 of them, and more like 3 because one of them's a test. But like, we're in the middle of creating more templates for people to use. And so one of them is player interact. So I'm gonna get this template. Okay, I'm gonna import it. And closing this. So now on my player, I can add an FSM. And we'll call this interact. And then in the FSM, I can go and select player interact. And so this is the template here. But since I'm using the new input system, I do need to change this one thing, because before it was using get button down. So instead, what I'll have is input, let's see, what did I have for speed? Oh, I was just using get key, huh? Maybe I'll use get key in there too. I'm kind of lazy right now. I don't want to go through this whole setting up of fucking button action shit. So instead of get button down, I'm gonna put get key down. And we're just gonna have this key, like, we'll just have it E, right? E for interact. There, okay. And we'll send the event next. Okay, so when I hit E, it will send a raycast, and then the interact thing. See, and then by the way, this template, I put all this this stuff in here. Like I named all of them and put in the comments and everything, so you can kind of read like more a bit how this works. But then on top of that, I have input variables, so it's easy to just customize it to whatever you're using. So you can see here that I have a player camera and it says none. So all I gotta do is drag and drop itself in here because it's the thing with the player camera on it. And hang on, I'm not sure how this is gonna work with look and move because this is all one game object. I guess we're about to find out. Usually this setup, these templates, you use two game objects: the actual player capsule, and then the camera, which is a child of it. So let's see. Will you do a video on hash tables? Potentially. I mean, it's not totally out of the question. I think it is in the future. Like, it is in the future of tutorials. But there's just there's a little bit more pressing things that we want to get to. But for sure, yeah, there'll be some stuff on hash tables. But just, know that there's only one person making the tutorials, and that there's a lot of other things in queue before that, like as priority. But our boy Broken, our man Broken Owl Gaming, he has some good tutorials on using that stuff. Okay, so in Interact, the other thing that I want to do is the object hit. It says set FSM game object, and it says variable player. Let's do that. So it's called player, right? And in the door, instead of character opening door, we'll just call it player. No, I don't think that's right either. Let's do, we'll call it character. For my game, it makes more sense to call it character. And then in here, in interact, in this, interact. There we go. Okay. Okay. I think that's pretty good. So it tells the object who it was that opened it, sends the event interact, and now what that means is that in here, this variable character we can use as, yeah, that direction end. So I wonder now, like, yeah, is this gonna work? The thing is, I don't know, it says rotate game object, but I don't know, like, how much it's gonna rotate. I'm probably using this action incorrectly. Let's find out. So this door needs one last thing. The door pivot needs a collider, box collider. But you know what? I gotta import one of my favorite fucking tools of all time. Package manager. Aw, shit, am I not like signed in again? Ah, come on. Alright. I just want to sign in because I want to use Easy Collider. Allow access. Get that access. Account. Nice, there we go. Now I can go to Windows, Package Manager. Easy Collider Editor. Oh, I fucking love this thing. This is such a godsend. Let's update it. Import it. Import. So what are all the options you could do in Unity without coding, like shaders, terrain, lighting, UI? I mean, it's a big list. You already named plenty. What are all the options you can do in Unity without coding, like shaders, terrain, and option? Wait, do you mean just what things can you do without like coding, like period? Because that's a massive list. Or are you asking specifically what things can you do in Unity without coding for shaders, terrain, lighting, and UI? You think I should learn Blender or Pro Builder? Which is easier to use for building stuff? I'm not the best person to ask. The thing is, I don't have any, personally, I don't have any interest in using Pro Builder or any of those in Unity modeling programs, because I don't have the same amount of trust in them for reasons tied to longevity, right? Like how long they'll be used for, how long they'll be sort of supported and updated. Reasons tied to just support period is that the community for Blender is way bigger. And then if I ever, not even if I ever, I am working with somebody now. So now that I am collaborating, I'm so glad that I'm working with Blender, because working with Blender means that I can work with anybody regardless of what system that they're using. You know, it's like if they know how to model in Blender, that's fine. But like Unity is such a specific niche kind of, you know, like there's a lot of really talented modelers out there who know like a handful of modeling software, like modeling programs. And you know, the odds of finding all these modelers out there that have Pro Builder on their list is really low. Basically, the only people who are using Pro Builder are people who are already only making their own games. So it's kind of like, yeah, I just don't really see very good reason for supporting something like that. Blender is also just more powerful. It's just like Pro Builder is convenient, but I think like Pro Builder is like obviously convenient. Like it's just at a glance, it's like, oh duh, it's all there, it's in the thing. But then the more you end up working with something that like isn't built from the ground up to do this one specific thing, you're gonna find limitations in it. So I just I can't really bet on that, and so I'm not the best person to ask like opinions on it, because I've already seen that like I wouldn't ever really want to use it. I was asking what things I can do without coding. Everything. If you consider Playmaker not coding, then the answer is everything. Everything. Let me move this out of the way. Oh, I'm testing this, huh? Okay, we're about to find out, geez, if this is actually gonna work. So I wanna look at the FSM. Let's hit play. Oh wait, no. I didn't put the collider on it. And I didn't put a collider on this floor. It's fine. We're, you know, taking it one step at a time. Windows, Easy Collider Editor. Check out this fucking tool, bro. Look how good this is. So if I select, okay, see I have select game object, door pivot, attach collider to door pivot, but I'm gonna put Kino door in the selected game object, and the door pivot as the attached collider to, because the mesh is on a separate game object. And then what I'll do is let's do a box. And how do I do this shit again? I've been creating, it's been a while since I've done this. Oh, there we go, yeah. So I select all these, right? And then check that shit out. It automatically, with all those points selected, it made a perfect bounding box, box collider. And then I hit this, or did it already add it to it? Yeah, so I think that's what it is right here, this mesh collider. And then I hit finish currently selected game object. And now on my door pivot, oh, did I not add it to the right one? Hold on, let me do that one more time. It's been a while since I've used this. Kino door, attaching to door pivot. And then I select all of these. And then I hit the box button. And isn't that it? I could have swore that was it. draw preview box. Did I not add it? Convex. And then, am I missing a button? I forgot. There it is, there it is. Okay, okay. Yeah. So there we have. There's my box collider. And it's perfectly around my door. Brilliant. Okay. Let's see. Yo, can't stay for long, but just wanted to say that it's looking good so far. I'll try to stop in later. Having an amazing stream. Razubi, thank you. Thank you. And I'm glad I got to see you swing by. I wish I could see everybody's like schedules. Maybe I should. It's been a while. I remember way like 2 years ago I held like a little poll. Maybe I should hold another poll because I want to find out when I can catch most y'all online, and then like split it up into like, so I could be streaming. So at least everybody has a chance at being able to swing by, say what's up, because I love when you guys swing by. Josh Ager says, I use both. Pro Builder is great for blocking things out and can export some meshes into Blender and do all touch-ups, but seems best of using Blender and Unity together is legit. Yeah, dude, it's really crazy being able to just Alt-Tab, hit save, and then Unity updates it. The only thing is that what the lesson that I've learned is I need to learn how to do data management better, because on some of my projects, I did all that pack into blend and then unpack shit. And I have like a bunch of other like, just there's a lot of geometry in some of those projects. And what I think could be a better approach is to split things up into separate blend files. So like I would have a blend file for like all the buildings of the world, and then separate blend files for like, oh, here's all the furniture for apartments. That's its own little blend file. And then here's all the furniture for this or that, you know, instead of trying to put everything into one, because then every time you update, it goes through everything to update. Whereas like if you just had it in sections, it could be a much more, much faster update when Unity, what is it called? When it basically reloads everything. So I felt a tutorial on how to make an FPS shooter game against zombies on YouTube. How would I make it different if the coding is all the same, different animation, sound, look? That, I mean, it's the thing is like you would make it different by literally like, you know, build it first to learn how to make it, right? If you're gonna watch that zombie one, I don't know if you're talking about the one that's on Hutong. That's the one I made. It's a course on how to make like a Left 4 Dead clone, kind of. You know, it's a Left 1 Dead. It's like a single player, very, very simple, right? Very simple, bare bones horde shooter thing. If that's the one you're talking about, I can imagine somebody watching it, going top to bottom, building it successfully for like, you know, if you just learn all the fundamentals and how the whole system works for that specific game. And then what you could do is go like, okay, well, yeah, besides the animation, sound, look, right? That's all cosmetic. But when you're talking about like learning about the programming part and making it your own from there, doesn't matter what the game looks like, sounds like, or anything like that. I mean, it does, but we're just talking about programming. What you would do is go, okay, well, maybe instead of having all the zombies spawn from the start, they spawn from very specific areas, or changing the AI, because in that tutorial, it's like they just turn around and look at you once you're in a certain radius. It's like, okay, well, maybe what if you did a vision cone? Maybe it's like they don't see you. Or what if you did sound stuff? You know, it's like, you know, it's... I don't want to indulge this question too much. And what I would like to point out more so is that the question itself is saying, you know, the question itself of like, how would I make this different is not one for anybody but you to decide. There's this really good video on Psychology of Games. I think, is that what it was? I think it was in Psychology of Games. Talking about the open-endedness of Minecraft, and somebody says something along the lines of like, oh, you know, what are you supposed to do in Minecraft? And then somebody says something like, you know, I don't know, like, you know, do whatever satisfies you. And then the person responds like, well, how will I know when I've been satisfied? Yeah. And so in the video, the guy narrating goes like, that comment keeps me up at night. And what he means by that is that, like, you know, somebody asked, like, somebody was basically giving all their autonomy away. And they were basically saying, if my hand isn't being held through the whole thing, then I don't know what to do. To the extent that, like, they go, I don't even know what I would do with my free time if somebody wasn't telling me, oh, this is how you have fun, you know, this is how you satisfy yourself. The person literally asked, like, how will I know when I've been satisfied? And it's like, dude, that is nobody else's question to be answering except your own. So I bring that up in regards to the question of how would I make it different if the coding is all the same? Well, you just have a base. You just use it as a learning, as a stepping stone. And then from there, it's yours to alter to your heart's content, to make it what you find fun. I hope that makes sense, because it's, for a lot of people, that's just an intuitive thing. And if that doesn't make sense to you, then it's more, you know, then you got to do some soul searching. That's what it comes down to, is like, you gotta learn how to just do what you want to do. I hope that doesn't sound terribly obvious or a cop out of an answer, but I really believe that that's what it boils down to. Okay, so here's something. This door, I don't want just this. I'm gonna remove that box collider. Instead, what I wanna do is I'm gonna put the door pivot, Kino door in here. Gotta do one at a time. And then door pivot in here. Now this is the power, and this is what's so fucking cool about Easy Collider, is that I can come in here and select just this top part and add that. And then, let's see. And then I add this and add another one. Okay. And then I grab this. Actually, hang on. Let's clear this. I'm gonna remove these. Okay, first one, this top one, adding a box. This middle one, adding a box. This last one, adding a box, and then this side one, adding a box, and this side one, adding a box. So now, if I hit finish currently selected game object and select this, you'll see that we have these colliders all around the edges. And so now I could smash through the glass, and characters can, you know, move through the glass, put things through the glass, and yeah. So that should be a little bit more accurate. Yeah, it makes sense. When you said you have the zombies do something else instead of turn around, it made sense, right? Like, it's just, you know, because think about how many different zombie games there are out there. Like, it's just a cosmetic thing. It's literally just your imagination. That's all it is. Just use your imagination. If you don't have anything, if you're not inspired by it, then then don't do that, you know? Okay. So now that I have the collider on the door, I'm gonna put a collider on this plane. This one could honestly just, I think, just use, yeah, I'm just gonna put a box collider on this. Not everything needs to use this easy collider shit. Box collider, boom, great. And I think I should just be able to play this now. Let's see. Hopefully my character collider doesn't fall through the floor. Okay. And hit E. Ooh. What even happened? Hold on, I gotta pause this. So you see the door disappeared? Where the fuck did it go? Oh, is that it? Oh, look at that, look at that. That's interesting. It's down here. It kind of worked. I don't know what the up, okay, hang on. So if we put the up vector in here, you know what I'm gonna do is this up vector, we'll create a new variable, we'll call it up vector. And then I'll go to edit variable and we'll put this in the input category. So now it shows up over here. And I'm gonna call this my open close door. This is gonna be a template that we'll make. So now I could just put this in by hand every time. Like a zombie plus Mario game, sure. Or a zombie plus something that nobody's ever even thought of yet. Like video games are still so fucking young. There's so many things that people have not even tried yet. Like remember when nobody really knew what a battle royale game was? Remember before Fortnite? Remember before PUBG and all these games where it's crazy. It's like you follow that same thing of you fall out of the sky, you go and you loot things, an area that starts big starts shrinking until you're down to however many players in the center of a ring trying to kill each other for the last man standing, right? Before that, nobody was thinking about those kind of things. And that's going to continue to happen for a very long time. There's going to be a lot of people who aren't like, oh, I want to make the next Mario meets Left 4 Dead, meets this, that, or whatever, you know? Because what they're thinking of is not in terms of games that they've already played, and more in terms of just games as this abstract medium. Like they're gonna go, oh, wouldn't that be cool if in a game you did this, this, or that? And it's like something that's never been done before. Like Papers, Please is one of my favorite examples. Nobody fucking still like, there's been clones kind of, but even then it's like, that is a very unique game that wasn't going like, oh, how do I make a game that's like everything else, you know? Or even if it's like a niche type of thing. Okay, so the up vector is the z-axis. So I'm gonna put 1 on there. Let's see if that changes it. Okay, so I'm gonna hit E. Okay, let me pause it again. And oh, look at that. So it still did something kind of funky. I'm really not sure what this convert, let's see, convert direction to rotation. It's such a weird, so now I'm gonna try vector 2 rotate toward, or vector 3 rotate towards. Let's try this one. Current direction, target direction. Okay, so what this needs, rotate speed, rotation speed in degrees per second. Oh. So does that mean this thing runs every frame? Max magnitude per second. So if I do something like 1 and then -1, like what will happen? I should honestly be testing this on a game object that just sits there. Let's see. Nothing really happened. Oh, because it did a 360. What if I did 180? Okay, let's try that again. Current direction. Oh, okay. So honestly, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna add a start state here, and we'll just do tests on the start state. So it'll just do the thing when it starts up. We don't have to wait for me to interact with it. Let's have it do a 90-degree thing and see what it does. Weird. It didn't look like anything really happened. Vector 3 rotate towards. Maybe current direction is like, what if we need something more intense? And that magnitude might have to be changed as well. Max magnitude 50. What about 50? It's so strange, I really don't know what's going on with this rotate towards. Let's check out the manual. Rotates a vector 3 direction from current towards target. So strange. Max magnitude, rotate speed 150. Yeah, because I'm not seeing this thing change at all. I'm really not sure what vector 3 rotate towards does. Okay. So I'm gonna try just creating, let's see, let's close this, 3D object, cube, and we're gonna put it like right here. And I'm gonna give it an FSM. And I'm gonna make sure that this is a template first of all. So we're gonna save template. Environment. Oh, did I already create? Oh shit, I did create that door asset before, huh? Interesting. I don't remember using it. So I'm gonna call this one open close door. Yes. And put this right here. Okay, and it's on this cube. Okay. Let's see, hit play. Yeah, this is such a weird action. Max magnitude 10, rotate speed 1, 50, 50, 50. Okay. So I don't think we're gonna be using that. Rotate towards. Oh, if I go to forums, rotate towards. No answers. A to B direction to get there without rotating character. The current action doesn't work, so I exposed the max magnitude. It was too high by default, now it rotates properly. I think updating the manual with a link to this would be great. A to B direction, vector 3. Rotate object towards another object. I have object A and an object that is constantly moving when A is called. I want to face object B all the time. That's just smooth look at. Yeah. Please explain vector 3 rotate towards. Okay, here we go. As far as I understand, rotate vector 3 take example blah blah blah, change that in conjunction with set rotation. If I use current direction variable, I expect to give them the max magnitude. I made a post on this for you to get the fix. Okay, so does it need a set position? Oh, duh, because the target, well, the thing is, this doesn't have any outputs. Current direction, target direction. Yeah, how is this supposed to... In conjunction with set rotation, if I use the current direction variable, I'd expect my game object to do a 180 over time. What actually happens when I try this is that current gets instantly set to the target direction in one frame, even if I set the speed to this, that. Is this action just busted? Let's try this. So from and to, let's change these to 90, and let's just do that so we can see something happening. Store the result. Is this a quaternion? Yeah. Let's see, quat direction, and then set rotation, and what the fuck is going on? Oh, because I'm using hide unused. Okay. Quad direction, every frame, self. Okay. Let's see what happens. Okay, it happens instantaneously, like that guy was saying. So what if I change this to 1 and change this to 80? 1. It does happen very quickly. Yeah, that's weird. Interesting. 0.01. Okay, so here's what's tripping me out, is the quaternion rotate towards, it spits out a result, but vector 3 rotate towards doesn't. There's no result to be stored. What the fuck? Rotates a vector 3 direction from current towards target. So does that mean I could store Oh, I see. I'm tripping, yo. I see. Okay. So you do current direction. Let's call this current direction underscore v3. And then the target direction. It's just funny that this rotate speed is set to 360. Rotation speed in degrees per second. Yeah, I mean, and then max magnitude per second. So if I change that to 90, target direction, let's see. Get direction, or what is it? Transform direction transforms a direction from a game object's local space to world space. The target direction vector. Align to direction, is that what it is? Align a game object to the specific direction. Turn that down just a notch. Transforms again. Because what I want to do is get the direction. Let's see. This is something I don't do very often. Oops. Get direction. A to B direction to get there without rotating character. Align, seek, dodge animation. Yeah, here we go. How to determine and get the direction where object is facing. I tend to use get exposition on source. For the front of the object depends on, okay. Okay, so that's for the 2D stuff. I mean, I guess it's like the same thing. Convert direction to rotation action, that's the same thing. So I'm just gonna make a pro builder field and make a zombie game plus other tutorials like FPS, other mini tutorials. Right on. Yeah, whatever like gets you going, that's always the best. Just like do whatever it takes that just so you can like do the thing, you know? Is there a major difference between 2D and 3D games? Yeah. Like logistically, yeah, but you end up using a lot of the same tools. To be honest, I find 3D games much easier to make. There are fewer abstractions because you, as a human being in a 3-dimensional world, in a 10-dimensional world, you know, at least spatially, you intuitively understand 3 dimensions, right? 2 dimensions, while your brain can wrap around it for sure, is now one sort of abstraction away from the reality that you live on a day-to-day basis. And so when it comes to the programming side of that, it might seem like, oh, there's fewer dimensions that I have to program for and to consider. Well, that's true, but because there is a disconnect between the reality that you're intuitively understanding and the one that you're sort of like using your imagination to understand, to create that abstraction, there are more hoops to jump through. So yeah, with a lot of programming, there's more sort of little tricks and smoke and mirrors things that you have to do for 2D. Whereas in 3D, it's like you get it's so hard to say without giving you specific examples, but you kind of get a lot of things for free. So yeah. How much different would it be to make a game for iOS and a computer? I don't know, because I've never made a mobile game. Okay, so align to direction, target direction, align axis, transform, smooth look at direction, rotates a game object so its forward vector points in the specific direction. The direction to look at, up vector. You know what I think I need to do? I think I need another, what I would really like is, I know there's one out there. Let's see. rotates a game object so its forward vector points at a target. The target can be specified as a game object or a world position. So it's kind of weird, like, shit, do you do... Is there? Okay, good. Get forward direction, set vector 3 direction, transform direction advanced. Is this that one? Game object. Local direction. Okay. Target direction. The target direction vector. The target can be specified as a game object or a world position. Okay, local offset. Okay. Transform. Inverse transform direction and transform direction. Transforms a direction from a game object's local space to world space. Or I should just search for, like, what was get direction? Like aim. What is this one called? Target direction vector. That's kind of what I want. Target direction vector. Might just search direction vector. Get there without rotating character. I wonder if this is what I want. Also, okay. Once you grab it. In short, I don't want to rotate the character. I don't want character rotate to the object to get. It's only like 2 feet away. The character step forward without getting rotated. So I'm trying to use controller simple move. For movement, you can use get access. This is not what I'm looking for. Oh, hold on. If I hit the normal, then all I would want to do is invert it like 90 degrees. So maybe what I could do is, let's see, set a start state, and then convert direction to rotation. So direction start is, okay. So edit variable, maybe this can be starting direction and then end direction. The direction ending game object? Wait, what the fuck? What about having 2 door animations opening in both directions, then have 2 trigger boxes on both sides, so when you enter those triggers, it plays as necessary animation. Also, this is Josh, your modeler. Oh shit, it just clicked in my head that that's you. Fucking, oh my god, dude. Oh my god, bro. That's so funny. It just clicked in my head that that's you. So, yeah, okay, I was just wondering. So that is the obvious thing, and yeah, I'm trying my hardest to resist that answer right now. It totally would work, but what I would like to avoid is using more colliders than necessary, because I know that was a problem in the last build of my game, is that adding colliders to opposite ends of things, it just doubles the amount of effort that the processor doesn't really have to go through, if I could figure out this whole normals thing. So yeah, I have a good feeling about this one. So the thing is, here we go. So I'm gonna change this end direction. Yes, starting direction. Okay. I think this could work. I know there's a way to do this, because my homie Luis did this. So current direction, you set a variable called current direction. And then target direction, you have you just call it target direction. And the rotate speed, I think what you want to do is 90. And actually the rotate speed is the thing that does kind of fuck me up. I don't really know what that's about. But actually I won't even need the rotate towards, because what you would have is a tween rotation, or you could do like a set rotation. Let's see. Store game. This door. I don't know why that went away. That's weird. Check orientation. Door closed. So what I want to do is, like, when you raycast against this door, it gets the direction of the normal. So that would come from the player. You, sir, are the programmer. Huh? It's just, this stuff is always beyond me. I mean, dude, to be very honest, this is something I don't deal with very often. So I might very well end up with that, that solution, that method. Yeah. So let's see. If I go to the player, let's see, temp player, and then my interact in the raycast, store hit normal, new variable, normal hit. Okay. And what kind of value is this? It's a vector 3. So in interact, I'll do a set FSM vector 3. And it'll be the object hit. The variable will be normal hit, right? Is that what I called it? Convert, yeah, normal hit, okay. Normal hit, and the value will be that normal hits. And then if I pop back over here into the open closed door, in here I need a variable vector 3, paste that in, normal hit, state, okay, and then I go from transform direction, transforms direction from game's local space to world space. I could use... Could I use this? Is that what I was gonna do? The current direction. Into the target direction is the normal hit. Oh, wait. No, normal hit is the current direction. But then what you do at the top of this is you want to get a 90-degree... Oh, wait a fucking minute, though. So will this prefab work on all doors or just the ones that look similar? Well, that's... Okay, so yeah, I'm making a template. It's not a prefab. I'm making a template, and then what I want to do is be able to put it on other prefabs or even just non-prefabs, just like scene objects, potentially, where at the start of it, I can have little input variables. So like, for example, like up here, I have this input variable for up vectors, right? So on this one, its up vector is Z, you know, because it's blue arrows pointing up, right? That's its up vector. But on this object, this one's Y. And that's just because in the whole modeling process, you know, which way is up and just shit gets... You know, there's not a uniform thing for a lot of these. And also maybe some doors will open like this. So what this is more about is kind of like a rotation template. And I want to be able to paste it onto other things that I can just make one little tweak to, where it's like, okay, on this one, the up vector is Z, but on that one, the up vector is X. So actually on this one, since it's green, right, that's its Y, I would change this to 1 on Y right here. But on this door, this one's Z, so I keep this one as 1 like that. And maybe some of them have like a rotation clamp and stuff like that. But here's kind of what I'm thinking right now is like, I think if I make it so doors open and close, that... you pretty much either have to commit to the door opening. I think I should just make it so you commit to the door opening. When you interact with it, that's it. So there'll be a door closed, door open, and then a opening slash closing. So this goes here. I guess that it shouldn't be, it should just be 1 for each, right? So door closed will go to opening, and then I'm probably not going to have a finished event. It'll probably be an event of when the thing is done. So opening goes down to door open, and then there'll be one for closing. And then I'll take this and put it in here. So it'll be doing that rotation animation. And at the top of this, I can get the 90-degree increment. So like rotation, I want to say like, I do need to learn more about like vector 3s and like rotation and shit, because yeah, my life would be a lot easier if I learned more about this. I think that's today's lesson is I would have been done with this, but if I knew more about getting and setting rotations based off of vector 3s. Like I've done plenty of it in the past, like based off of a normal, you know, like which direction a thing spawns on. In fact, the original Memories of a Spy was when I first learned how to do shit like this. Because wherever the character was pointing, I wanted the laser cutter thing to stick to the wall. So whichever side the wall was going, it should always be pointing at it. And I remember that felt so good to do, but also I remember it being very confusing. And I never quite got a hang of that. And Alex has walked me through doing more shit like that a few times, and I still have a hard time retaining that. So what I'm trying to do right now is the normal hit, right? So like when the character comes in and they come over to this door and they click on it, the raycast hits one of these normals, right? And then the normal, I store the direction of the normal. So this one is like facing out that way, right? It's facing out towards the street. And what I want to do is add a 90-degree increment to that of rotation, because that would translate to opening the door like that. You know, like right about there. So it would be on its z-axis that I would want. So I would do a vector 3 add, maybe add xyz. So I would take my current direction, or vector 3 operator. Yeah. Shit. Okay. So I want to take my current direction and add 90 degrees to the Z, and then store the result as target direction. And so current direction is normal hit, target direction is target direction. Okay. Let's see if that works. Let's see if that works. Also, what I'm gonna do is go over to my player really quick, and I think I just want to change this look. Sensitivity's nice and low. Just want to set the cursor so it goes away. Hide cursor, lock cursor. All right. Now let's take a look at this. Fingers crossed. Oh, fuck you. There we go. Okay. Moment of truth. Okay. So I hit E. I have to make sure I hit the damn thing first. So I just watched it do its thing. The current direction, it added 90 to that. Oh no, you know what it needs to be is it's normal. Instead of current direction, it needs to be normal hit. Okay. I think. I really want this to work. Not doing anything. So it got the normal, and it did add 90 to it. Max magnitude. It could also be that I need a transform, oops, local space to world space. I feel like it shouldn't need it. Oh, it is world space though, huh? Oh, let's actually check, because I don't know. So in player interact, in get object, store hit normal. Note this is a direction vector, not a rotation. Use look at direction to rotate a game object to this direction. Look at direction to rotate an object to this direction. Target direction, we'll do normal hit. So maybe this is what it'll be. And what is the up vector on this bad boy? Z. Is it possible the empty being the pivot point is causing problems? No, because the empty actually has colliders on it. The empty is the place with the colliders on it. Yeah. That scared me for a second. I might have been using the wrong action. Let's see if this works. I like how that tooltip says use a look at direction. That might have been. There we go. Look at that. Oh, thank God. Okay. So now I just need to know. Target direction. Z was 90. I'm gonna edit variable inputs and let's just fuck with this until I can make it right. Okay, so we'll put that at 0. Oh, maybe not at 0. Fuck, what was it at? Is that 0.5? What the fuck? That's a really weird number to be. Okay. And then this. What if I zeroed all this out? Okay, so here's the thing, is that is world 0. So now it's a conflict between world. See, look at this door is nice and straight with the grid of the floor, because the grid of the floor, I know when I was modeling all this, is actually the world grid. And the corner of this building is kind of at that funky angle. So I know that the 0 that I'm changing this door pivot to, this normal hit, so that means this action, look at direction, is setting the world direction. Oh, and that's why I would use, okay. So that's why I would use the transform direction, because it gets it from a game object's local space to a world space. Okay. So the local direction is the normal hit, and then we'll store the result in normal hit. We'll just overwrite it. Let's see what happens here. I'm getting closer. I don't think this is going to solve the problem entirely, but I think I'm getting closer. That was a nice clue, seeing that Let's get closer to this. Okay. This fucking door. And I'm wondering if I shouldn't even be fucking with this up vector. I think I should be fucking with this up vector. 1. What if it was 1 like this? No. This? No. Okay. Okay. So this normal hit, if it was like, what happens if I zero all this out now? Okay, so that still does the thing where it's like the world version. This is so crazy. It's so close, it's so close. So 1 on the y-axis is like that. And if I spin it around like that, no. If I spin it around like this, no. Spin it around like... Weird. I can't get it to rotate with any of these values. So something like this is how you were saying, like the empty might be a problem. But the thing is like, so normally Y is up, right? So maybe what I could do is, this is insane. I don't know why. Hang on. What does this look like if we do zero it out? That's in its position. I don't even know. The position's fine. The rotation should be on the z-axis, right? Yeah. I might have to hit up Luis for this one. Put this down here for now. Transform direction, I get the normal hit and I store it as a result. The pivot is rotating. Shouldn't the arrows stay where they're at? Yeah, right? Right? I mean, that's what was so weird, is that like changing those values, the look at direction, you know what I think I need to do is like, let me write this out in fucking English really quick. So just give me a notepad. Like what I want is, step 1, get the direction of the door. Step 2 is get the see, this is where the language is escaping me because I don't know what that translates to. It's like what I want to do is get the direction of the door to the player, right? Like forward direction facing player. And then 3 is rotate the door 90 degrees away from the direction of the player. Okay. I'm gonna keep this on screen, like right here. Okay. So getting the direction of the door. Creates a rotation that looks along a direction. Is this what I'm looking for? Direction start. The direction starting game object. This is such a weird action. Let's just try it. Direction end. It needs another game object. What does the player have it set? It's like character, right? So I'm gonna create a new game object called character. Okay, direction end character. I'm gonna delete these. Okay, so let's just see what happens. Did I try this before? I feel like I tried this before. I'm just gonna, yeah, okay, so let's do this because the player needs to set that. I just wanna make sure that my player interact, it sets that thing as character, correct. Okay, great. Let's try this. Hit play. So it put it. Let me see. I'm gonna zoom out so I can see this happening in real time. How is that even? This is so weird. Oh. Is it because I'm standing right here? No, doesn't seem to. Oh! No. This doesn't make any difference. Convert direction to rotation. Oh. Oh, wait. Was I not using this right? The result is a quaternion, quat direction, and then, well, I don't know though, because it was still rotating the thing, so it was doing that part, right? Convert direction to rotation. Creates a rotation that looks along a direction. Creates a rotation that looks, that looks along a direction. Oh, this is not the right answer. This is not the right action. Creates a rotation that looks along a direction. Right, that's why it would never rotate, right, because I'm in front of it. Okay. So get the direction of the door. Let's try a transform direction. So transforms a direction from a game object's local space to world space. Let's see. Get angle. I'm trying to get the angle between the player and the game object. Oh, is angle even a... Get angle to target. Holy shit. Gets the angle between a game object's forward axis and a target. Oh my motherfucking goodness. The target can be defined as a game object or world position. Oh my god. Target object, character, ignore height, store angle, new variable. Target angle. And then let's just do a tween rotation from current rotation to, actually no, let's just do a set rotation. Let's do it after this. I just want to see it snap into place, and then I can worry about animating it later. Store angle. Right, and then I could just change the Z. And then I might have to worry. Okay, this is fine. Self space. Great. Is that how easy? Is it that easy? It should be that easy. Before I do this though, I forgot that like what I want, hang on. I missed a step. It's like you get the angle to the target, and then you you do like a float. Dang. No, that is too easy. Get angle to target. I know the answer is like, it's gonna be so like, oh man. It's always with this shit is just like, it's gonna be right in front of me. Get angle to target. This is a good start because I want to get the direction of the door to the player, right? That's what I wanted for direction. Rotate the door 90 degrees away from the direction of the player. So how do I get a number? Because if you adding and subtracting is like a hard. Oh, you just do negative. You do maybe multiplication times negative something. Maybe a float multiply. I feel like this probably isn't the answer. Maybe, let's see. Target angle, you want to multiply by negative 0.5. Maybe something like that. Like, I know that won't give me the 90 degree thing, but so I am 90 degrees to it. You recognize that. And then I set rotation. Let's try this again. Every frame. Okay. It was weird that it gave me 90 after multiplying by negative 0.5. I find that kind of remarkable. Let's see. Oh my fucking god. Look at that shit. Did I just get like crazy lucky with that? So instead of negative, right. So I could change this to, if this was just 0.5. Does that open away from me? No, it opens the same direction. Target angle times, wait. But how is it giving me 90 degrees even when, okay, it stores the angle, which is 90, but then I multiply by 0.5. Hang on, is float multiply just not working? Are there two things called target angle? It's a float. That's the float. What if I turned off this float multiply? That's weird. It's always getting set to 90. Float multiply doesn't seem to be doing anything. That's kind of worrisome because, yeah, I have no idea why. It's weird that it gets it that way. Float multiply, get angle to target. I have a strange suspicion that, what if I put this in a separate state? Interesting. Okay. So I need to do -1. It's -1, but that's weird because it's like this get angle to target thing. It only, float multiply was only able to do its thing if it was in a separate state, which is, it's a little iffy. Okay, I'm gonna change something really quick because I think that might work now. I mean, it kind of just did, right? Like, and for this, I'm just gonna change it to enter because I'm left-handed right now. Boom. Boom. The only problem is, well, okay, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Okay, so I go over to it, opens like that, right? Because I was facing that way. But now what if we put the player on the other side of the door and play it from here? Does the door open in the opposite direction? No. Huh. Get angle to target. I mean, I feel like I'm kind of on something because it. The game object whose forward axis we measure from. If the target is dead ahead, the angle will be 0. Right. Target object. A target object to measure the angle to, or use target position. Ignore height. What I do want to see is, like, is it really using my position when I do this? So I come over here, interact with it, and if I go back here, yeah, it is getting the angle to me. I find it really remarkable though that it's exactly -90. Like, I don't know why I just don't buy that. Getting closer for sure, right? I have a feeling that if I I mean, let's ask the community. Let's see. Let's pop over to the Discord, hop into Playmaker, help, and hey y'all. Trying to figure out how to rotate a door always away from the player without having to set up without having to set up a collider for each side of the door. Figured I could just use the normal direction or something, but I'm having a hard time nailing this. So let's see if the community comes through. Hang on, I'm just gonna get a little chocolate and chips really quick. A little Trader Joe's peanut butter cup and Trader Joe's snack mix. Let's get this keyboard nice and greasy. It's exactly 90 in local space. No, not really though, because like, watch, I'll show you. Like, what I find hard to believe is that, yeah, I'm about 90 degrees, but it spits out, look at that. That is just a clean negative 90.0. And I just don't believe that. We'll run a little test right now. Watch. I bet if I'm off to the side, it'll still say 90. Okay. So I'm gonna go like right here, right? Kind of off to the side. Yeah. Damn, hold this raycast ain't even. Fucking raycast, come on. Oh, because I changed it to enter, dummy. There we go. Yeah, see, look at it. Still 90. But I was like totally off to the side. So. This ain't working out. This music's outrageous right now. Hang on. Ba-ba-bow. Yeah, get angle to target using the owner. 90 to the door is normal, maybe. I mean, that's definitely what I wanted to do. But this get angle to target, let me see. Get angle only works with game objects. So I'm not sure how that would translate for I'm just being random stuff out there. I mean, that's what I'm doing. I'm in the same boat, man. Yeah, I think, let's see. Okay, put aside the snack, Steven. If I got that normal, then I could rotate it 90 degrees. Well, actually, I'm not even really sure what the math would be, the logic would be for always rotating something away from you. Because I don't think it's as simple as multiplying by -1 or whatever. That was kind of a hacky thing that I was like that definitely didn't work. It felt wrong when I was doing it, and I was surprised when I was surprised when it gave the illusion to have worked. And now that I think more about it, it's like, yeah, it's definitely not. I might have to do 2 fucking colliders if this goes on any longer. It's just like, get the normal. You know what's fucked up too? Here's what's fucked up. Is that if I hit this top normal, the door would fucking rotate somewhere really weird. So I can't even really use that. What I really need to rely on is literally just the angle of the door to the player. Get the direction of the door. Get the direction of the door towards the player. Oh, hang on. So what you could do is right? If the door's rotation axis is whatever, on this one it's Z, right? So rotating left is +1 and rotating right is -1. So fuck. And then so check if the player's position on, okay, because I want they need to be world axes. Okay, I think I kind of figured out the logic here finally. Can a raycast to a game object play animations? Will that avoid using 2-block colliders? You can use it to play animations. Yeah. Like, so right now what I want to do is, like, the thing I'm trying to figure out should be applicable to however you end up actually animating the door, right? What I want is a way to just land in a state, potentially. I mean, if I could do it in fewer states, it's even better. But, you know, the logic for me having to decide if the door opens away from me or towards me, or how do I say this? The logic for deciding which direction the door rotates on its local axis, left or right, I'm gonna need that even if I use an animation clip, or if I use the actual rotation of the object, or whatever it is. Whatever method I use to actually move the door doesn't really matter. What matters is how do I decide, how do I get what away from the player is? And I think that's what I might be able to crack this right now. So if I check if the player's global position, oh, hang on. Inverse transform direction. Oh wait, transforms it from world space to a game object's local space. Game object, world position. Okay. Nice. This. So transforms position from world space to a game object's local space. The opposite of transform point, world position. Wait. Is this the right one? Where the fuck are my tooltips at? How come like nothing is giving me a tooltip right now? I guess some things just didn't have it. Okay. So gets the position. Oh, no. Transforms position from world space to a game object's local space. I don't know why this has a world position vector in it. So the game object Oh, the game objects. Oh. Okay. The world position. New variable. Character underscore v3. Store result. Character underscore v3 underscore doors local. Okay, I think I'm getting this now. So I feel a little slightly more confident with this one. Then you do a get position before that. You get the position of the character. You store it in a vector3 called character underscore v3. And then you get that in the local space of the door. And then you do the get position of the door. So that can go first. Actually, this can go in... Let's just leave it there, I guess. Yeah. Yo, Luis, I was just talking about you. Bro, I was just fucking talking about you. Seriously, like, I'm on that problem that you said. I don't remember how you dealt with it. I don't remember if you used a couple box colliders or something. But I remember you used something to rotate a door always away from the player. Right? I need the classic, just vanilla, open away from me logic. But I don't want to use two colliders. I don't want to put a collider on one side and a collider on the other. Is that what you did? Or did you use some like normal shit, quaternion, like getting directions and stuff like that? Because that's what I'm trying to do right now. I'm kind of in the middle of sort of figuring out, like, right now basically I'm converting the world position of the player into the local position relative to the door, and then I'm going to subtract that. I'm going to subtract the player position from, or get the difference between the player position and the door to find out if it's behind it or in front of it. Let me check real quick. I didn't use colliders for the player. Right. Yeah, I'm not going to be, because I'm doing a ray cast to the door. So characters, and then, so, okay, if I have that local thing now, right? Check if the players, I did something like that. Yeah. I think I finally just got to that. So it's like the door's rotation axis is Z. So rotating left is +1, rotating right is -1. Check if the player's global position, or convert. I guess I could just use global positions, right? No, I shouldn't do that. Convert player v3. Shit. What is that? It's like, because, okay, if the door was at whatever, like 50 on Z, or no, let's say on X, right? X-axis. Player is at 40 on X-axis. Then rotate, I don't know, whatever, positive in Z. If door was at 50 on X. Send you a screenshot on Discord. Oof, it's past 2 a.m. here. I gotta get some sleep, man. Huh? Good luck. I hope you guys figure it out. Keep on keeping on. Always impressed with the progress. Thank you, man. Get some sleep. 2 a.m. Not bad, not bad. Yeah, we get some rest. I feel like I'm letting everybody down with such a boring stream, such an uneventful stream. But if Luis can help out, here we go. Let's see. Let's squeeze this in somewhere. Here's how interactive. Okay, getting position, right? And I'm using that inverse transform point, right, and then getting, yes, exactly, right, and then use a float sign test. Nice. It's pretty much what you're doing. I got the inverse transform point, stored the vector, and then only got the z-axis from the vector and used a float sign test. Okay. This is very helpful. You seriously came in right at the moment that I finally, I did such other wacky shit earlier. But this was the simple solution that I should have went with, because this is how I did making enemies face each other for like a Metroidvania. Which makes sense on 2 dimensions in such a simple way, but didn't immediately hit me. Okay, let's try this then. So you got the position of the player, right? That's what I'm doing. Get position of the character v3, and then you did. Let me just put it in your order. Let me just fuck it. Inverse transform point. Use owner. Yep. It's so funny seeing this. Like yours says player position, mine says character v3. Store result. Yours is called door point, and mine is. So I'm gonna do get XYZ. Yeah, I had the mindset that Z is always forward, so we can use that to check the angle. Right. The thing is, I'm gonna have to go through. Yeah, I'm gonna have to make all my doors more uniform, because some of my doors don't have, like, I might make that an input variable to change like which axis is its up axis. Yeah, the inverse transform point, right? And then you get the forward. See, for me, that's not necessarily forward. That's what I should do then. You know what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hop in here and I'm gonna find it in here. The door pivot. I'm just gonna change this. The door pivot. Rotation. The Z is up. That's right. Okay. And for me, it's the x-axis. Then I will take that out. It's weird. I'm surprised that, like, that's not always right? Y is up on this. The thing is, I've been so fucking confused with Blender lately, because in Blender, Z is its up and down. So the door pivot, global, local. It's weird seeing that. Huh, is my up axis Z on this? Oh, it's cool anyways, right? Just have to get the X instead of Z. Yeah, Blender is messy for us. Dude, so wait a minute, hold on. On my Cartesian coordinates up here, Y is my up axis, right? Oops. Y is my up axis, but then, oh, because this is a child. Oh my God. These are local coordinates. Fuck, that's annoying. Because even this empty is a child of the Berlin sort of. Oh my God, that's super annoying. That is super annoying. So that means this sort of inherits the up position from everything. The question I have to ask myself is, will I ever be unparenting doors from all of their parents so that they're root objects in the scene hierarchy? The answer is, I don't think so. But if that's the case, anyways, let me try pushing forward with this then. So I'll put this in here, the door pivot. So for me, it's always going to be the x-axis. Okay, it's going to be the x-axis then. Get the, let me see, what did you have? You got your inverse transform point, which is the door point. But I call it my door local. And then you got that. For me, it's the x-axis, right? Yeah. And you called that just your forward. Yeah, that makes sense. Door forward. And then you do a sign test, checking the door forward. Let's do positive and negative. Oops. Okay. Let's get rid of this finish transition. Also, the z-axis for me was pointing towards me. That's why the float sign test is in positive or negative. Right. Yeah, my x over here, it's either going to be pointing away or to. Might happen to you, so just switch those around. Right. Okay, we're about to find out. Here we go. Positive, negative, and then I'm just going to do like a set rotation, and like a float. Wait, what is this? Did I have like get position, the door forward? That's the X, right? Let's just do a tween rotation. From current rotation to local offset. The local offset will be 90, and I'm about to see if this is going to be backwards. This one is negative 90. Let's play it. Let's do it. By the way, from what I read, animation has less memory overhead than rotating objects in code, but probably nothing to worry about if you go with code. Just one of those small things. Okay. Okay, so it's like that, and then what if I did this? Oh, right, because it's already stuck there. Hold on, I need to set these back. So we'll set that to negative 90 and this one to just 90, and then we'll have a little next frame event that sends us new event back to start, and I'll copy this, paste it in here. Or actually, shit, I don't want that, huh? Delete transition. Because now it's in door open. I'll clean up this spaghetti later. Okay. Okay, let me just see if this works. As long as it can, I know this is going to be super busted because when it loops, it'll be adding to its direction already. But, okay, that opens that way. And then I really need to change my character speed right now. Okay, it keeps going that way. That makes sense. Let's see. But if I'm over here, it goes that way. Great. And if I'm right here, it goes that way. Oh, fucking beautiful. And it goes that way. But if I'm over here, yeah, no, that still makes sense because I just need to change it from open to closed. Okay, I think that makes sense. Holy shit. I think I'm gonna make myself a sandwich. I'm gonna have a little break. Luis coming in with the save. Because I was on it, right? I was on it. But you definitely brought me home. You definitely brought that one home. Nice. Yeah. So I'm gonna clean that up because I do want to figure out like how I can make some of these things input variables just in case the forward direction changes between some of the objects. But overall, I think the logic is there, and I do need to change it so it does something different when it's open or closed already. So yeah, I'm gonna sign off for a bit. I might be back on later. But yeah, that's a great start to this templatizing simple world interaction stuff. I think that's like most of the hard stuff is over. After this, it's just going to be like simple world state things like whether or not a light is on. So to everybody who swung by, I don't know how many people, it was kind of quiet today. Luis is in here. I don't know if you're still there. Josh was here. By the way, everybody, Josh Egger, he's the one that has supplied us with many of these beautiful models. So I think, I did these chairs. Did I do these? Yeah, I think I did these chairs. He didn't do anything here. He did stuff at here. So this is Elefantenkopf. So we're in Berlin right now. And what he did was, let's see, he made this jukebox. So he does the modeling, and then I pop in and I texture this mamma jamma. This is my baby, my beauty. But he even put in some cool functionality here, so the arms can reach down and actually grab the records. I made these little textures. So 20 cents for one play, 30 cents for two plays. Cool, dude. It's late for me from here. I'm guessing you're back in the States. I am back in the States. The plan is to move to Japan instead later this year. Gotta go to sleep. All right, man. Thanks for swinging by, dude. And thanks for helping out. Really made a difference. Really appreciate it. But yeah, so Josh made like a lot of these things. He made these chairs. He made these tables. He made these wall lamps. Oops. These lamps up here. And then I just come in and color them. I color in the lines. I go and grab textures. I do some photoshopping. So it's been wonderful being a little team. Little two-man team. But yeah, I'm gonna hop off. So Luis, Josh, Razubi was here earlier. Hobelicious Luke, Andres was the first one in. And I think that was it. So thank you to everybody who swung by. Take care of yourselves. I'll be hopping on soon enough. Yeah, I know it's slow. I know I said I wanted to do more in January, and the thing is, I need to like be off stream to get more shit done, and that way I'll be able to hop on more often to do the real nitty gritty shit. I just don't want to stream the boring stuff. So soon enough, there'll be soon enough. I think it's gonna start on the weekends for the most part for a little bit. But yeah, take care of yourselves. I'll talk to y'all pretty soon. Get some good rest. Drink lots of water. Don't eat too much. Don't eat too little. Chill on the booze, the dope, and the sugar. Don't do too much of that. It'll drain your body, your brain. And spend time with the people you love. So go be in the same room with your loved ones. If you can't, give them a phone call. All right, everybody. Have a very good night. Peace, peace, peace.